Study abroad in Italy was truly a trip to remember. I feel like my knowledge and experiences and growth in the area of family life and human development grew so much over this trip, and I was able to learn more about myself and about families and other cultures. My focus, specifically within family studies, was on religion and the role that it plays within families, especially in the Italian culture. Our trip started out in Venice, where we started out riding the gondolas, which was so awesome. It was pretty frightening to think that the entire city was built on water, and I tried not to think about that too much as we were there. The next day, we were able to go and tour St. Mark's Basilica, which was the first of many church tours on this trip. It truly was breathtaking to see the artwork and the role that religion played in much of their artwork and their beliefs and their central day-to-day life. It seemed like the Savior and Christianity, as well as Mary, were incorporated in so many of the artwork that we saw. After leaving Venice and going to Florence, we saw even more that just resembled so much of what the people there found important to them in their culture and their families, and that was something that was really neat to see. We spent most of our time traveling by foot from location to location and tour to tour, and I was really grateful for this opportunity to just observe people out and about. There was lots of tourists and there was lots of native people, and it was cool to see that there were many families that were visiting Italy, especially mothers with their little babies swaddled to them, which I thought was pretty cool. As you can see, food was a very big part of our experience in Italy. We were able to experience the culture through their cooking, and we quickly realized that that was a central focus of family time for the people in Italy, that making time each day to get together with their family and enjoy a meal and catch up was something that was really important to them. I really admired this about the culture, and it's something that I hope to incorporate with my future family and my future children, that will make time to eat and enjoy food together and to talk and to catch up and be engaged in one another's lives. Jumping back a little bit as well, one of the most profound pieces of art that I was able to see while in Florence was the Statue of David by Michelangelo. And I feel like this left an impression on me because it was so detailed, and it was just incredible to me that somebody could take the time to create such a beautiful piece out of a stone. Another really incredible experience was going and learning how to make pasta. That's where we talked more about family and how that's something that they do as a family. On our day off, you could say, our free day, we were able to go to Pisa, and we were able to see the Leaning Tower, which was absolutely iconic and just a wonderful experience. Of course, we went and saw more art later that day as well as the following day. In these pictures, you can see the Savior Jesus Christ being depicted in a lot of these paintings. One thing that I found pretty incredible was that there was significance in all of the art, things that you wouldn't normally catch or find very important had a very deep meaning. For example, the way that the Savior was depicted as a child often looked much older than a child in the face. And the reason for this was to exemplify his maturity and his wisdom even from a young age. That's something I really admired about the Italians, is there was a very deep meaning behind so much of what they did, and especially within their art. The Colosseum was absolutely breathtaking. This was one of my favorite experiences. We were able to walk around and to see this incredible structure from the outside, and then to go inside and tour and see the Colosseum. where the gladiators would fight and where the animals would be released and where the slaves would be underneath. It was so intricate and detailed. It was incredible to me that people could build a structure like this and it could survive for all those years. It didn't take long for me to realize that Italians were very passionate people, that they were very driven by their core beliefs and their traditions. And to be honest, at first I was a little offset by it because it was a little different than what I had experienced in the United States and other places that I'd traveled. But I quickly grew to admire this quality in the people, that they took great pride in those that had come before them and all the work that these individuals had made for them and for their people during that time. We're on to Pompeii. This was probably my most favorite experience. The ancient civilization still standing in many cases and still telling a story. I mean, the casts of these people were just breathtaking, that they in and of themselves told a story of a people that lived and breathed and had experiences much like us. The Amalfi Coast was our final destination on the trip, which we did get rained out on our boat ride, but I still really enjoyed being able to go out and to see the ocean and to experience just the beauty of its unique characteristics out there. That was a great place to end. A few more highlights from the trip that weren't able to be incorporated were seeing the Spanish Steps, as well as enjoying nighttime life at Rome. It was so lively, the people were just enjoying themselves, and I really love the vibrance and the joy that they find in life in general. Again, more food, the streets, of course, riding their bikes. There was tons of that in transportation. We were also able to tour the catacombs, which was kind of eerie, being able to see those graves, but also just incredible that they were able to still be around. We were able to go and tour them. And that kind of sums up our trip. It was wonderful, and we just loved our experiences. Can't wait to go back.